Shalom, everyone. In the last message, I spoke about same love, unconditional love that I felt like I received from my mom. And then I was thinking about my dad as well. And I thought to myself, yeah, me and my dad had some difficult times growing up. He was pretty firm and I was pretty sensitive. And so I think that I didn't quite understand my father's love until I became much older. But when I became much older, I started thinking about all that my dad did to show that same love and consistency that my mom did, but in a very, very different way, and in a way that I couldn't understand when I was younger, but only became later and understood later as I grew up. So when I think about the love of my father, what comes to my mind is baseball. I played baseball when I was a kid, and my father would work, all day, and then sometimes he would work a second job, and he would come late to my games. And sometimes I remember being a kid, I'd always be like, why does he always come late? Like, why does he always come late to my games? Like, why doesn't he get there earlier? And only later in my life did I realize that he was working two jobs. So he was coming from his second job and then coming to my game. And so that's why he was showing up late. And I remember thinking to myself, man, when I started working, and I worked an 8-hour day, I'd be tired at the end of the day. And I'd be like, man, my dad would work another job. Then he would come to my game, travel there, and then take me home. And I'm just like, it's amazing the giving heart that our parents have so many times. And not everybody has that experience. And I'm really sorry for those who don't have that experience, because growing up with that loving mother and loving father, and even if you don't feel it when you're younger, but you get to understand it later on when you get older, there is a level of security and a level of beauty that brings. And so for those of you who do have it, I would just recommend calling your parents and telling them how much you love them, calling those people. If you didn't have it in parental, but maybe you had it in a different relationship, a coach or a caregiver of some sort, then just sending appreciation to those people in your lives who gave so much and really helped you to become who you are. And so just sending a big shout out to my father, to my mother, for the amazing amount of love that they gave, and hoping that each and every one of you out there has some, again, relationship that you're being given that type of love. Take care, everyone.